Congressman, good to have you. What's really going on
Neil,
here?
great to be with
What's
you.
really happening here?
Well, only in Washington could you make up this scenario where you borrow money to buy something that you don't buy, and then you want to decrease the deficit by using that borrowed money to pay back borrowed money. It's like using one credit card to pay off another credit card. The American people are smarter than this. We ought to end the program. We ought to stop the bailouts coming out of the government. The only consolation in all of this is that one has to give a little kudo to the administration for finally recognizing that the deficit's a problem.
Well, maybe that's a good thing then, what they're doing, paying down the deficit.
Yeah. Well, but you can't pay down the deficit with borrowed money. You know that. The American people know that. It's like
well, the money's already out there. No, your point is well taken, Congressman. The money's already out there. Money was created. Out of what? I don't know, but it was created. So you can't give back borrowed money. So you might as well pay back the one credit line with the other credit line, because at least you'll have a smaller credit line on one. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shouldn't we end the program? Boy, that would send a great communication to not just the nation but the world that we were finally getting serious about not spending more borrowed money. There is a solution to all of this, and it's stopping this bailout mentality that we have right now. Don't use one credit card to pay off another credit card. In the end, you've still got to pay off that other credit card.
I think we're way beyond talking about how deep in debt we are, though, right? Are you worried that now with talk of another jobs program, about the price of this health care, the rumors that it's going to climb substantially over $1 trillion, whatever it's finished, that it's just so beyond the pale that no one in his right mind thinks this will ever be paid off this century, let alone the next century?
Well, if we don't pay it off, if we don't start getting serious and truly fiscally responsible, then our kids and our grandkids will not have the kind of opportunity that we've had, because we're shackling them with the amount of debt burden that we're placing upon them. We can turn this around. We've proven that in the House of Representatives on the Republican side, where Congressman Paul Ryan and I and others have put forward proposals that will actually come to a balanced budget over a relatively short period of time, that will show the fiscal responsibility that's necessary so that
well, you might be right, Congressman, but Republicans, you know, we're pretty good at getting us into this pickle. I'm not talking about you particularly. So when you guys claim that you're the stewards of fiscal propriety and responsibility, people look at you and say, hey, you guys were awful.
Well, they do when they look back for the 6 years prior to this administration. However, this administration has taken things to a new height. $1.4 trillion deficit in their first fiscal year, 4 times greater than any of the deficits in the previous 4 years. So this is the fact of the matter is the American people want to see real change, and real change means having folks be fiscally responsible. I believe that's going to result in a Republican leadership in the House come 2010.
And you're not worried that it's going to be divided in uber conservatives and the uber moderates, if there's such a term, that you guys are going to divide each other out?
No, because I think that truly across the board, the Republican Party and Republicans who are running now, stepping up and running really for the first time, are putting forward the fiscal responsibility mantle. The good news is that the majority in the House of Representatives, when the Republicans take control again in 2010, if given that privilege, will be individuals who've only been there 3 terms or less.
Right,
every one of us ran on a mantle of fiscal responsibility.
We'll watch it closely. Congressman, thanks for coming on again. Good seeing you.
Thanks, Neil, so much.